So to take the lid off, you just unclip the little clips. You got the keys over there, so just put the keys nice and safe. If you come over this side, you got another two clips on both sides. Flip it over, flip the cover over, and just remove it. So it is quite heavy, you can tear, so just make sure you do not put it in a place where there's screws or anything that can damage it. So if you look at the tub, you got 6 jets in there. So now your pump's running because your water is not on temperature. So if we go follow all the way to that side where the controller is, so your controller, if you go closer, you can see it's on 30.5 degrees. Your heating shows it's on, that little light, and the pump is just on its normal setting. So if I press the jet button, your heating's going to kick off, because your heating doesn't run when the jet is on full speed. So if I hit that, you can look now at the tub, you can see there's bubbles coming out everywhere. So over here you got 2 knobs, that's your air controls. So if I open the right hand side air controls, you can see the bubble starts going out, and if I open the left hand side air controls, you can see more bubbles coming out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shut the left hand side one. So if you can just keep it there, you're going to see I'm going to shut the left hand side one. You can see it's calming down, and then I'm going to shut the right hand side one. So you can see it's calming down now. So it works. Again, I'm going to open the left hand side one, that you can see that one. So it works. So I'm going to shut it again. So over here, if the water just calms down, you got little eyes in there. The eyes you can position to any point. It's really good to show you on that one, because there's air coming out of it. Let me just shimmer over. You can see actually it's forcing itself down. So I can push it up like that, so it's going more straight. I can push it to a side, so it's going to a side. So anywhere you want to position it. So you've got 6 of them, so you can change all 6 of them. If you drain the tub, you can drain it. You can drain it with a sump pump, or I'll show you now on this side. You can drain it on a hose fitting over there. So if you drain the tub, you switch the isolator off, that's over there. Switch the isolator off, and then you come down here, you open that valve, and you drain it on your garden, in your neighbor's garden, wherever you want to drain it, or just go straight into the drain. And then when the tub is empty, you start filling the tub. And when you start filling the tub, the level needs to be on the skimmer. There's a little mark there on both sides that shows you your level. It says there also level. You fill it up till there, you come around again. Then when it's on that level, you got your skimmer valve that needs to be open, and then you switch your isolator back on. And when your isolator is on, to give you an example, I'm just going to slow it down. I'm going to switch the isolator off. So now everything's dead. If you look here, the controller is dead. So now I'm going to switch the isolator back on. Now the controller is going to just start showing run pump air. That means it's just purging the air. So while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to explain to you. When you change the filter, again, you switch your isolator off. When the isolator is off, you close these 2 blue valves like that. Then you pull that up, turn it, release the air with your valve there. Just open it slightly, and then you open that little valve. When you open that little valve, it pulls off. Change your filter, close that again, just lift that up slightly to lock it nicely in place. And then what you do, you open these valves. As you open these valves, you come back to this side and you just open that till the air comes out. Do you see now there's just water running there? So that shows it's no air in there. Then you close that, you switch your isolator on, you wait for your pump to run through its cycle. It takes about 5 minutes and it will start. I'm just going to start it now by pressing the jet button. It's not ideal to do that. I'm just want to make the video, or else the video is going to be really long. Alright, so again, when your pump is running, it's going to push a little bit bubbles on that side. That's just because the ionized ozonator levels is low. It's just pushing ozonator air inside here, so it's killing all the germs. So yeah, I will show you guys just the control again, and then you can see how the control works. So if you come over there to just hold it over this. Alright, so you got your temperature range. It won't show temperature now because I just switched it on by manually. So if you push up button, it's on set on 34 degrees, and then if you press down button, it goes to 33.5. If you press up again, it goes to that temperature. So that's what you want. That's your light switch. So if you switch the light on, it goes a little light there. If you just come all the way down there, you can see your lights on. If I push the button again, it switches the light off. But if I push it again, it changes color. So every time you switch it on and off, it changes color. And it's got loads of different color, disco, fading. It goes, which one is it? I think it's the next one. There it goes. So it goes blue, and then it goes to a different color also. So it changes color all the time. Or you can go disco, disco, whoop, whoop. And then you got your normal white light. So if you come up here again, you can see your heating wants to kick in, so it's flushing now. So it's showing you actually a temperature now because it went through its own cycle. So that's going to flush, and then when it goes solid, it's going to take a few seconds. Hopefully if we count till 10, it will go on. So when that goes on solid, your heating is in. So when this pump is not running, your heating will be the tub will be hot, so and then it switches off. So this controller is slightly more difficult to go into your programming. So if you go to that setting, it shows temp. So you got a temp range that says the range. If you press down, the arrow is going to go down, and then your temperature will be between 21 and lower. If you want the temperature to go to 40 degrees, it needs to show up. So just be careful when you press those buttons. So if I press that again, I actually switched it now higher. That's why I said it's a little bit difficult to get this button right. So now you press the light button, and then you got your mode. So you got holiday mode, you got different modes that you can set it on. I won't really fiddle with that at all. So and then you got your set is your time. So your time, to set your time, you press down, then you need to go now to your watch. It's now 17, press the light button, and then it switches over to the other one, and it's 17:14 exactly now. So we're going to make it 17:15, press it again, and your time is set. So now we need to go into the programming again. Just press that, press light button, it goes to mode, time, flip. The flip is just to switch the screen to the opposite side, and then you got your lock button. The lock button is really difficult to take off after you put it on, so I won't mess with that. Then you got a hold button, and then you got your filtration system. So your filtration system is, if you press now that button, it says begin, and then when it says begin, we press down, it starts at 8 o'clock, and then we just say light button again, and it says run. It's going to run for 3 hours. Then you press that, press the light button again, it goes to end time, and it shows you it's going to stop at 20 11 o'clock at night, so 2300 hours. Then you just select it again. You can see there's a number 1. Can you see it there?
Yep.
So there's number 1 flashing there. So if you press that again, it's got filtration system and number 2. So if you press that, it shows it's on. Let's just switch it off because you do not want 2 filtration systems running. So if you press it again, it goes back to normal. And that's all you need to know how to set. The time resets itself every time you switch the isolator on and off. So do not just remember to set the time every time you did the filtration system after you switch the isolator on. So your heating is now solid, so it shows it's burning properly. And yeah, that's all you need to know. Thank you.